There is a frequency of re-entry hitting your field right now, Cancer, and it's not coming from you. It's coming from someone who once thought they could leave you in the shadows and find something better. You've spent the last several months quietly rebuilding your life, brick by brick, in a silence that most people would have found deafening. You didn't post about your healing, you just healed. You didn't announce your glow up, you just started glowing. But the universe is revealing today that your silent return to your own power has created a massive ripple effect. The person who underestimated you is now watching from the sidelines, and they are realizing that the version of you they walked away from no longer exists. They are panicking because they've realized they didn't just lose a partner or a friend, they lost their access to the light. Welcome back to Willow and the Wild, to the new viewers led here by the resonance of their own evolution and the returning collective. I'm glad you found your way back. We are diving into the deep, unspoken truths of the sudden re-emergence hitting the Cancer collective in 2026. This is a reading about your worth, the Karmic Boomerang, and the raw power of choosing yourself over a ghost. Source is clearing the brush. It's time for you to understand why the past is suddenly knocking and why you don't have to answer the door. The High Priestess is where this energy begins, and it represents that internal vault you've been building. For a Cancer, it's that deep, quiet intuition that you've finally stopped doubting. In the past, you would have felt this person's energy approaching, and you would have panicked, or you would have started fixing the house in case they showed up. But now, this feminine frequency is one of total stillness. You've been doing the secret work, the meditation, the boundaries, the reclamation of your own mind, and it has made you untouchable. You already feel them coming, don't you? You've felt that tug on your energy for the last few days, that random thought of them that didn't come from you, but from them. This card tells me that you are now the keeper of your own mysteries. You aren't being paranoid about their return. You are being perceptive. You've realized that you don't need to explain your growth to anyone who wasn't there for the struggle. But look at how this interacts with the Five of Cups. This is the frequency of the old grief, and it's the exact version of you that this person is expecting to find. They remember the version of you that sat among the spilled wine, the one who cried over the what-ifs and the whys. They think they can come back into your life, offer a half-hearted "I've been thinking about you," and find you still mourning the relationship they broke. But the interaction here is powerful. Your High Priestess energy is standing right behind that grief, looking at the mess with total indifference. You've already finished the mourning process. You've already turned around to see the two cups that were still standing, your self-respect and your future. The you they are looking for, the one who was easy to manipulate or leave behind, is dead and gone. When they reach out, they aren't going to find a victim, they're going to find a void where their influence used to be. Anchoring this foundation is the King of Swords. This is the sharp, driving masculine force of intellectual authority, and it's the energy that is protecting your peace right now. Think about that cold, clear no that you've been practicing in your head. This is the moment you look at their "I miss you" text or their "Can we talk" email, and you see the logic, not the nostalgia. You're seeing the math of how they treated you versus the standard you've now set for yourself. The King of Swords doesn't care about their excuses or their intentions. He only cares about their track record. This masculine force is here to ensure you don't fall for the same story twice just because the narrator has a sad voice. You are operating from a place of sovereign logic now. You've realized that being nice to people who were cruel to you isn't kindness, it's self-sabotage. In the center of this movement, we find the Eight of Wands. This is the frequency of swift communication, and it's why the static in your field has been so loud lately. This resonates with the barrage of messages or random run-ins that are about to happen. Things are going to move fast once they realize you aren't biting the bait. They might try to love bomb you, or suddenly show up at your favorite coffee shop, or use a mutual friend to feed you information about how much they've changed. It's a fast, chaotic fire energy designed to overwhelm your nervous system. But look at the interaction here. These arrows of communication are flying toward you, but they are hitting the wall of your new vibration. You're realizing that just because someone is rushing back doesn't mean they've actually done the work to be worth your time. Speed is often a distraction from a lack of substance. Clarifying this chaos is the Two of Swords. This is the frequency of the stalemate, and it's your greatest power move in 2026. This resonates with that specific moment you choose to put the blindfold on and cross your arms. You aren't undecided about them. You are uninterested in the debate. You're refusing to engage in the drama. Think about the power of seen but no reply. The interaction between the speed of the Eight of Wands and the stillness of the Two of Swords is your victory. You are letting them exhaust themselves, letting them send the triple texts and the long paragraphs, while you remain perfectly still in your own life. You aren't giving them the emotional hit or the reaction they are looking for to feel relevant again. Your silence is telling them everything they need to know. You are no longer a participant in their games. And right behind that stillness, the Queen of Wands appears. This is the frequency of the radiant self, and it's the reason they are panicking in the first place. This resonates with the version of you that the world sees now. You are magnetic, you are confident, and you are literally on fire with your own purpose. You've stopped waiting for a relationship to make you feel alive, and because of that, you've become the most vibrant version of yourself. When the person from your past sees your new life, whether it's through a photo, a mutual friend, or a chance encounter, they see a queen who doesn't even remember the Five of Cups version of herself. This feminine fire is what is causing their regret. They realize they walked away from a wild abundance that they can no longer handle. You aren't hiding in your shell anymore. You are the main event, and you aren't looking for a co-star. The Six of Pentacles surfaces now, and this is the frequency of the karmic rebalancing. This resonates with that moment they try to offer you crumbs of affection or favors to get back in your good graces. They might try to remind you of a time they helped you or offer you something you used to need from them. But you've moved into a space of equality. You no longer accept charity or half measures in love. The interaction between the Queen's fire and the Six of Pentacles says that if someone wants to be in your life, they have to bring a full, overflowing cup that matches yours. You are no longer the one who gives 100% to someone who gives 10%. The scales have finally balanced because you've decided your energy is a luxury, not a commodity. You are the one who decides who is worthy of your generosity now. This all leads to judgment. This is the final awakening, the moment the trumpet sounds and you realize the old life is officially over. This resonates with that moment you realize that this person's return is actually a test from the universe to see if you've really graduated from the struggle. It's the final call. You are being asked to rise out of the grave of that old relationship and walk into the light of your new reality without looking back. Judgment tells me that the case is closed. You've been vindicated. The fact that they are crawling back proves that you were the prize all along, even when they treated you like an option. But the interaction here is the key. Just because you've been proven right doesn't mean you have to take them back. You've been resurrected into a life that they simply don't have a ticket for. The final manifestation is the Nine of Pentacles. This is the frequency of total independence. This resonates with the moment you realize that you are completely, blissfully fine on your own. You've built a garden that is lush, secure, and beautiful, and you aren't looking for someone to save you or complete you. The interaction between your judgment, the awakening, and the Nine of Pentacles, the independence, is the ultimate freedom. You've realized that your worth is not tied to who is or isn't in your bed. You are a sovereign entity. This is the grounded proof that your healing worked. You aren't just surviving the breakup, you are thriving in the vacuum it left behind. At the bottom of the deck, the shadow energy reveals the Seven of Swords. This is the frequency of strategic silence, and it's a warning about this sneaky energy surrounding this return. This resonates with the way this person is trying to gather information about you through the back door. They might be checking your stories from a fake account or asking mutual friends random questions about your dating life. They are trying to find a chink in the armor to see if you're still vulnerable. The unspoken truth of this shadow card is that you need to stay in your magician energy. Don't let them see your cards. Don't let them know you're even thinking about them. Your silence is your greatest weapon because it leaves them with nothing but their own regret to talk to. The shift is here, Cancer. Trust the High Priestess who told you they'd be back. Trust the King of Swords who is telling you to stay firm in your no. Source is clearing the brush so you can see the ghost for what it is, a distraction from the empire you're building. You are the mountain. Which part of this resonates most with the static you've been feeling? Is it the sudden ping of a message or the quiet power of your own no? Manifestation is about staying in your own light while the old world tries to crawl back in. If this reading ignited something in you, please like the video and share it with another Cancer who is currently being haunted by a ghost. Comment below with "I am the prize" to lock in this frequency and let me know about the random signs you've been seeing lately. Your interaction helps the algorithm find the rest of the collective. Make sure to subscribe to Willow and the Wild for more deep-rooted Cancer readings. To understand more about this strategic silence you need to maintain for the next 72 hours, click on the video on your screen now. You are the master of your own depth. The universe supports you. Stay in your truth.